Hey guys, ladies action here. I'm a little sick, but here we go. On our way to Egypt, to the motherland. Destination, Wakanda! Wakanda! Latest action here. We're at the Black Panther premiere on Saturday. Wakanda forever! Latest action here. Here we can really get in the ass of this movie. Hey guys, just got back from the Saturday premiere of Marvel's Black Panther. And I've got to say, I am at a loss for words. Never have I seen Marvel do something so accurate. This film was truly breathtaking. Don't get me wrong. I completely enjoyed all of the Captain America films, all of the Iron Man films, most of the Thor films. Definitely don't like number 2. And all of the Spider-Man films, any rendition that they may have. You know, maybe the Tobey Maguire rendition, the Andrew Garfield rendition, or even the new Tom Holland rendition. I really do enjoy all of them. But this one, I honestly have to say, none of those films are truly up to par with this one. This one reaches a whole new level of excellence. The film basically starts out with a small and brief introduction on what vibranium is, you know, the metal or the substance that Wakanda is built off of. Apparently a meteorite came crashing down to Earth and landed on a certain spot in the middle of South Africa. 5 different tribes, people came upon it, and they all went to war for it. Until tribal men received a vision from the Panther God. And what the Panther God did was they sent them on a journey for a particular heart-shaped herb. And what this herb does is it gives humans advanced abilities such as super strength, super speed, and super agility. And with these newfound abilities, this particular tribal man went back to where the war was raging between all 5 of the other tribes and brought peace. He used his newfound ability to show other ones that peace and unity were the way for them to go. And with that newfound leadership, I don't want to say he told everybody he's going to be the king, but he told everybody he was going to be the king. And that's how the royal bloodline began to form, which T'Challa and T'Chaka, which is T'Challa's father, stems from. But honestly, man, I'm like, where do I even begin to talk about this film? We have such a great ensemble cast that consists of so many award-winning actors and actresses. We have Angela Bassett, who plays Queen Mother. She's literally the queen of Wakanda. She's the mother of T'Challa. We have Michael B. Jordan, who plays Eric Killmonger. We have Chadwick Boseman, who plays, of course, Black Panther. We have Andy Serkis, who plays Claw, our intermediate villain before we actually get to our main villain, which is Eric Killmonger. We have Lupita Nyong'o. She plays Nakia. We have I can't keep forgetting her name, but it's like Diana Guerrero. Diana Guerrero, she plays Okoye. She plays Okoye. Okoye, who is a general of the Dora Milaje, the army that protects the nation of Wakanda. An army that consists of nothing but females. These females are some of the most badass warriors I've ever seen. It's crazy to me to see women that they are so elegant and classful and graceful with their uniforms, how they stand in unison and they move in unison to the rhythm of the beats and the music in the background. So when they're doing their ritual ceremonies and their tribal events, they're all moving in unison and they're pumping their chest and they're smiling and they're so excited, but at the same time they're so stern and they're so strong, and it's so great to see that black women can just, oh man, it gets me. Of course, we have the 5 different tribes in the film. The Jabari, which is the tribe that separated themselves from the entire Wakanda because they felt like the way that it's being ruled, it want no parts. You have the Border tribe, the people that make Wakanda look like it is a third world country while it's still secretly hidden in the mountains. You have the War Dogs, which are also the Dormalaje. They are the army for Wakanda. You have priests that keep the ritual in the tribal and tradition alive. They have the mining tribe, the ones who individually mine the vibranium that is integrated in all the technologies and all the clothing and pretty much everything that's in Wakanda. The scenery in the movie. I honestly think the scenery, like, people really talked up the scenery, but to me, it was honestly as if I was watching any other Marvel. It was honestly like I was watching any other Marvel film. When they started to describe the colors and it was so vibrant, it was such a different look. I got that because, yeah, we're going into Africa, but honestly to me, when I seen the first scene in the city, it was like I was looking at Thor Ragnarok, the city that they had that was on a whole entire other planet. That city was vibrant, it was colorful, and it was different, just like the city of Wakanda. Yeah, I get that everything in the city has vibranium in it, so it's completely advanced, more advanced than anything else out there. But to me, when I seen it, I was so wrapped up in the story and so wrapped up in the characters and what was going on in front of me. I paid honestly no attention to what was going on in the back. But I got to say, the waterfall, that got me. The waterfall was absolutely beautiful. When they did the pan out shot of the tribal, when they wanted the tribal ritual for him to become Black Panther, or for him to become, not become Black Panther, but for him to become the king, that's what got to me. I was like, whoa. And then everyone was standing on each individual lever and rock, and the water was still coming, and they were at the base of the waterfall. That scene was absolutely awesome. The main plot of the film is T'Challa, literally a week after the events of Civil War taking place. He is dealing with the fact that his dad has just passed, and literally the responsibility of king has just been thrown upon him. It's been thrust upon him, and he has to take it. Like, there is no, I'm not ready or I'm not sure. He has to, because he's trained all his life for this. So to see the transition from him just being, you know, the prince in the Black Panther to being the king in the Black Panther, it was pretty cool to see because he handled it with such class and grace. Like, it was never a scene where I felt like he was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Because even it was a scene where he transcended into the spirit realm and he began to talk to his father. And when he talked to his father told him, son, you prepared all your life to be king. And he said, Dad, I didn't mean I wasn't ready to be king. I meant I wasn't ready to live without you. That scene got to me, man. That scene got to me. And when he said it, it made me go, wow, like he got this in the bag. Like, if anyone doubted, especially for instance, the Jabari tribe, which is the tribe that lived up in the mountains I told you about, they felt like he was not worthy, that he did not deserve to be the king. So the leader about him, King Gorilla, I believe, he's based off a character in the comic books. He challenged T'Challa, and when he challenged T'Challa, he pretty much had upper hand at first. We thought he was gonna lose, but of course T'Challa whipped his ass, and he got his honors, and the honor of king was bestowed upon him. The villain Claw, honestly, I can say he was literally he's the middleman villain. He was the villain to get you to the main villain, which was Eric Killmonger. The part that really got me was they made a 16-year-old. So there's a character in the movie. Her name is Sherry. She is the sister of T'Challa. She is second in line for the Black Panther mantle, actually. If anything happens to T'Challa, she actually becomes Black Panther, which is pretty cool. The thing I like about it so much is they made a 16-year-old black princess the smartest individual in the entire country. She has had much anything that has to do with technology. And she's literally the smartest person you honestly, right next to Tony Stark and Peter Parker, she's the smartest person in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I thought that was pretty cool to give young girls an idea or something to look up to. That usually you see them the damsel in distress, or you see them the one that the villain's coming after. Even though in the movie, Killmonger still came after her. She fought back. She wasn't a damsel in distress. She went and she wanted to protect her brother. She wanted to protect her land and protect her country. But the technology she makes in the different suits that she makes for Black Panther, she made sure that there was a way to get out of the problem that was being presented. Every single actor and actress in this film captures their role perfectly. I mean, from Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther all the way down to Martin Freeman's Everett Ross. Every character played their role just right. A standout character for me was Michael B. Jordan's Eric Killmonger. He made the film so hard to basically grasp, to finally see a film where the hero and the villain literally are two sides of the same coin. In the last 10 years, there have been so many comic book villains brought to the big screen, but none quite like Eric Killmonger. They all swear that their diabolical plan is the key to fixing whatever's wrong in their miserable little lives. But Eric Killmonger's, his entire life was dedicated to taking back what was stolen from him. He knew what Wakanda was capable of. He knew what they had, the resources that they could use to help the people that he grew up with and he lived with. He was from Wakanda, but he was raised and lived in America. His comic book story is his parents were... His dad did something he had no business doing and was shut out of Wakanda, and he had to go live in the outside world, and the outside world was America, and ever since then he vowed vengeance. And in this film, that's exactly what he did. He vowed vengeance. And when he finally made it back to Wakanda, he let his presence be known. He did whatever he had to I guess progress his story. I don't want to give any spoilers, but to progress his story, the guy truly was a force to be reckoned with. Honestly, I went into the film thinking that we were going to see just a tad bit or a sneak peek of the last Infinity Gem, the Soul Gem, before Avengers Infinity War came out. But we actually didn't see it. But I think I have a pretty good idea of where it actually was, if it was in the film. I think in the actual herb, you know, the flower that grants the advanced abilities for the Black Panther, I think honestly maybe in the roots or in the ground, that's where the soul hides, or that's where the soul gem is. And that's what powers the plant, to give the plants the ability to enhance the human body. Because once you take the flower, once it's grinded up and you consume it, you are transcended into the spirit realm, where you can talk to your past ancestors. And I'm thinking, you know, because the soul gem has to do with the soul and, you know, transcending to the spirit realm and all that good stuff, maybe it has something to do with the soul gem. If you actually stay to the end, past all the credits and past the extra credit ending scene, the one at the end right before the movie actually hits a blank screen, it's a Easter egg. It's Bucky Barnes. I don't want to spoil it, so if you stay to the end, there's a pretty cool Easter egg in the final extra credit scene. This film was awesome, and you guys have to see it. I don't care what you're doing, drop everything and go see it. Take your mom, take your dad, take your sister, take your brother, take your niece, take your nephew, shit. Take your dog. This film really deserves the praise that it has been giving. It has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, so let's just keep it up, guys. It's nothing we can do if we all support one another. Anywho, that's pretty much it for the film. But the TMNT DLC for Injustice 2 just dropped yesterday, and I'm gonna get you guys some gameplay as soon as I can, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, you know, I've been doing this for about a month now, and I can honestly say this is literally one of my dreams. I really enjoy talking to you guys and getting my opinions and really talking about things that I enjoy. I have such a passion for comic books and the world of superheroes, and I just can't wait to keep sharing it with you guys. Anyway, so if you haven't seen it before, right here you can check out my Deadpool reaction video, and right here you can check out my Gotham by Gaslight movie review. But until next time, guys, there's so much more to come, so stay tuned.
I won't kill for you, then I steal this blood for you. Hey.
fight the world, I fight you, I fight myself.